With the rise of PvE content, many players want builds to tackle existing and future content. This build that I am going to show you seeks to be the all-rounder that you can use for any scenario. If you want to clear hordes of enemies in Diluvian, this build can do that. You want to farm Chaser with relative ease, this build can also do that. We will go over the build's strengths, what I would personally use it for, as well as stat order and important talents to get pre-shrine. This build is a Galebreathe and Frostdraw hybrid, as both attunements carry copious amounts of area of effect damage with them. With plenty of mantras in their kit to do passive damage against enemies, we'll keep fighting enemies simple and effective for newer players. Our weapon of choice for this build is the Grand Sudaruska for its passive and easy to use critical attack. Our oath will be Dawnwalker for its main AoE move, Blinding Dawn. Before Shrine, you'll want 50 Fortitude for Exoskeleton into the finish, giving you some tankiness and extra damage for risky situations. Next, you'll want to go 40 Agility for Ghost. Lastly, you'll want to go 40 Willpower for Underdog, giving extra damage against bigger enemies. You may need to do extra talent quests or use a Moon's Eye Tome for this build to reroll talents if you get unlucky, so keep this in mind. After going and using the Shrine of Order, you'll now want to max out your attunements, going for talents such as Inhale, Ice's entire Crystal Path, and Gale Dashes. You'll then want to grab a little bit of Intelligence for Perfect Flash, allowing for more mantra damage as you shred through enemies. Lastly, we'll build into Charisma for some generally helpful talents such as Tough Love and Charismatic Cast. Now for mantras, we're going to go hard into the Area of Effect theme. First off, we grab Tornado for its ability to grow and constant free damage. Warden's Blades soon follows for extra passive damage and getting a ton of crystals on enemies, proccing explosions which does damage and procs our crystal talents. Ice Block is also really good for this, giving us even more passive damage. We'll also pick up Dread Breath, and while it's rare, it gives us huge range and great AoE for tearing through mobs and bosses alike. Blinding Dawn fits our AoE requirements to a T, giving us even more ability to tear up through hordes of enemies. For mobility, we're going to be running Wind Passage for its instant teleport mechanic and just good overall range. While this build doesn't necessarily need a Wisp, we'll take Gale Wisp to reduce fall damage and make proccing our Haunted Gale just a little bit easier. Any extra mantra slots you guys can fit into whatever you use, this is just what my kit looks like. Looking at the overall strengths of this build, however, I would definitely say it's more suited towards farming things like Diluvian Mechanism or Hell Mode, but it could easily do work on solo bosses as well. With all of your AoE, a lot of this will be pretty simplified when you're fighting hordes of enemies, because you can just start going through your entire hotbar, getting rid of enemies as you shred them with your various moves. The one boss that I would advise against using this build for, though, is Enmity, as all the big area of effect moves might end up hurting your teammates more than helping them. That is the entire build. If you have questions or want to suggest new builds or content to make, leave a comment below and I will respond the best that I can. It also helps the YouTube algorithm, so I really appreciate that. Thank you guys to all who support the channel, and please do subscribe if you like the content. It helps out a ton. I'll see you guys later.